Hello, another beer review. So today we have a beer from Pressure Drop. It's a Canada Pale Fire, a 4.8% pale ale. It's hopped with Mosaic and Citra. I have actually had this beer before several times, but I was in Marks and Spencer's the other day and I saw it in their food hall, and I was surprised to see it in there. To be fair, because I've never seen Pressure Drop in supermarkets before. Pale Fire's like their core pale ale they do. Let's see what they have to say about it. Pale Fire has been with us from the start. Over the years, it has cemented itself as a classic pale ale. There's no Pressure Drop without Pale Fire. So yeah, like I said, saw it in Marks and Spencer's. Didn't realise it was in supermarkets this bit, or even Pressure Drops were in supermarkets. Someone's going to probably tell me if it's been in there for years, but I've got to be honest, I don't go to Marks and Spencer's that often, though I do like their food hall. And it was the first time I'd seen it in there, but it was a pleasant surprise. And I've done the worst pour in the history of pours, and that's saying something because I've probably done even worse ones on this channel before. But as you can see, it's a pale yellowy orange beer with about 70 million fingers of white head. Let's go for the smell. Yeah, it smells hoppy. It smells fruity, dank, mango, orange grapefruit, melon. A little bit of berries. You get that from Mosaic sometimes, a sort of slight blueberry aroma. You're getting that here. But, it's not actually overly fresh. It was canned over 2 months ago and obviously stored on an ambient supermarket shelf. But the aromas are there. They're present and they are pungent. So it's not suffering from being over 2 months old and on a supermarket shelf. Yeah, it's smelling excellent, just how I remember it. Last time I checked it in on Untapped was like over 4 years ago. I'm sure I've had it more recently than that, to be fair. I'm not bothered checking it in, but yeah, it smells how I remember it. Let's dive in. And it continues on the taste. It's dank. It's grapefruity, mango, peach, orange, apricots. It's tropical fruit. Melon, a little herbal. A little bit of pine. That little bit of blueberry you get from Mosaic. A hint of bitterness on the finish. It's tasting really good. And I know there's a little bit of, once a beer enters a supermarket, you expect its quality to go down. To be fair, it wasn't overly cheap despite being in a supermarket. 4.8% pale ale, I think it's £3.50. That's probably not much less or around the same you'd pay in a bottle shop or direct from Pressure Drop for a core pale ale at 4.8% ABV. So it's certainly not, I don't think it's been brewed to a lower price point or anything like that. And it certainly doesn't taste that way. The only thing you'd probably worry about is it's been on an ambient shelf for 2 months. But again, it's tasting, they've obviously made the base shelf stable. It's tasting fresh, punchy, fruity. And just how I remember Pale Fire from the last time I had it, which was, like I said, probably a good few years ago. And yeah, I mean, if you're in your local M&S, I definitely recommend picking one up, especially if you like your fruity pale ales. So yeah, thank you for watching. Drop us your thoughts below, give us a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.